Well, hey everybody. Today we're going to talk about respect of persons. All right? I'm going to start off with Proverbs 28 and 21. To have respect of persons is not good. For a piece of bread, that man will transgress. I'm going to repeat that again. To have respect of persons is not good. For a piece of bread, that man will transgress. Now, what does it mean to have respect of persons? To have respect of persons is to esteem someone more than another, either by your parents, or it also can be to be a surety for a friend, to forswear thyself, to swear for somebody. Oh, they would never do that. Oh, she would never do that. Oh, he would never do that. That's having respect of persons. But what does the Lord tell you? To have respects of persons is not good. For a piece of bread, that man will transgress. So it can come with how you treat someone. You have respect to rich people and you look down on the poor. Yes, okay. So we're going to get into it. All right. So Jeremiah 17 and 5 says, Thus says the Lord, Cursed be the man that trusts in man and makes flesh his arm and whose heart departs from the Lord. So God is who you're supposed to trust. That's who you're supposed to have your confidence in, not anybody else. All right. I just wanted to get into there. So we're gonna go back to James. I'm just gonna go in a little bit of precepts. I'll start with Romans 2 and 11. For there is no respect of persons with God. God is not a respecter of persons. It's either you do his will or you don't. James 2 and 9. But if ye have respect of persons, ye commit sin, and are convinced of the law as a transgressor. So if you have respect to people who have money and you look down on the poor, you're in sin. Now, it tells us not to have respect of person because even for a piece of bread, that man will transgress. So we're going to go to Proverbs 24 and 23. These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. So, and I'm going to go to 1 Peter's 1 and 17, because the Most High is not a respecter of persons. He doesn't look about your appearance. He looks at your heart. And if you call on the Father, who without respect of persons judges according to every man's work. What does he judge? Every man's work. Pass the time of your sojourning here in fear. Okay. So you can't bribe the Lord? No. He is no respecter of persons. Alright, so we're going to talk about people forswearing yourself for anyone. Oh, he wouldn't do that. Oh, she wouldn't do that. We need to stop swearing for people. Now, Proverbs 17 and 18 tells us, a man void of understanding strikes hands and becomes surety in the presence of his friend. So whenever the Bible is talking about a surety of a friend, is when you forswear yourself and say, he wouldn't do that, she wouldn't do that, and you don't trust the words of the Lord. So a man void of understanding strikes hands and becomes surety in the presence of his friend. So someone who's void of understanding would do that. Now Proverbs 6 and 1, my son, if thou be surety for thy friend, if thou hast stricken thy hand with a stranger. Now we're going to read the rest right here. Thou art snared with the words of thy mouth. Thou art taken with the words of thy mouth. Do this now, my son, and deliver thyself when thou art come into the hand of thy friend. Go humble thyself and make sure thy friend give no sleep to thy eyelids. Oh, yeah. Give no sleep to thy eyelids, nor slumber with thy eyelids. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. People who love to sleep, consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide or overseer or ruler provides her meat in the summer and gathers her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? How long are you going to be in spiritual blindness? When wilt thou arise out of sleep? Yet a little sleep and a little slumber and a little folding of the hands to sleep, so shall thy poverty come as one that travels, and thy want as an armed man. I'm going to stop there because I don't want to go off into something else. We're talking about having respect of persons and forswearing for people, which is not good. Hosea 4:2. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood. And you got to remember Hosea 10:4. They have spoken words, swearing falsely, and making a covenant. Thus judgment springs up as hemlock in the firs of the field. But this also is talking about people who make oaths and are in secret societies. Now, Psalms 18:8 tells us it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. It definitely is. Put not your trust in princes, nor in the sons of men, in whom there is no help. Now I'm going to go to Psalms 44 because this is great. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me, but thou hast saved us from our enemies, and put them to shame that hated us. In God we boast all the day long, and praise thy name forever, Selah. But thou hast cast off and put us to shame, and goes not forth with our armies. So you got to put your trust in the Lord. Cursed be the man who trusts in man. Put your trust in the Lord. So I don't know who needed to hear this today, but you need to put your trust in the Lord. Trust not in man. Trust in the Lord.